All right, now we've got a word problem to solve. It says Jack, whose line of sight is 6 feet above the horizontal, is trying to estimate the height of a tree. He first measures the angle of elevation from where he is standing as 40 degrees. He walks 40 feet closer to the tree and he finds the angle of elevation has increased by 15 degrees. Estimate the height of the tree. So here is Jack standing, and he must be 6 feet tall. Okay? So here's his line of sight like this. And then here is a tree. So I know this little portion here is 6 feet, because if they told us that his line of sight is 6 feet, he must be a little bit taller than 6 feet if his line of sight, because your eyes are not at the very top of your head, but pretty close. So he might be like 6'2" or something. Anyway, but it says that we know that this is 6 feet right here, okay? And this is the tree right here. So this is, there's your tree, okay? So he's trying to figure out how tall this tree is. So at first, when he measures the angle of elevation, he measures it to be 40 degrees. So this is 40 degrees. From his line of sight to the top of the tree is 40 degrees. Then he walks 40 feet closer. So tap, 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 he walks all the way over to here. So now he's 40 feet closer, and he measures the angle of elevation again. But this time, it has increased by 15 degrees. 40 plus 15 would give me 55 degrees then, because it says he finds the angle of elevation has increased by 15 degrees. It was 40, so now it's 55. Estimate the height of the tree. Okay, so I would like to know the entire height of the tree. So I'm going to call the portion right here A, okay? So if the height of the tree will be equal to A plus 6, right? Because I need to add the 6. Here's the tree starts here, all right? Now, the other little thing I don't know is like how far was he from the tree? It seems like he could have measured that. That would have been not that hard to do, but they didn't. So I'm just going to call that X, okay? But the thing I'm trying to find is I need to find A. As soon as I find out A and I add 6 to it, then I'll know the height of the tree. So you kind of know two different things. Remember SOHCAHTOA. And I believe all we're going to mostly use here is tangent, because opposite over adjacent, okay? So when we were standing here 55 degrees, when the angle of elevation was 55, it would be A over X. So I do know that the tangent of 55 degrees is equal to A over X. Okay? And then when I'm over here at 40 degrees, I know that the tangent of 40 degrees is also equal to opposite side, which is A, over the adjacent side, which is 40, because here's this 40 feet plus X. So 40 plus X. What I would like to do is solve both of these equations for A. Actually, no. I want to solve them both for X. Then I'll have two equations equal to X with A's in them, and then I'll put those together, okay? So I'm going to first solve for X. And remember, X is how far the second time he was from the tree, okay? So on this one, all I do is I multiply both sides by X. So I get that X times the tangent of 55 is equal to A, because here the X's would cancel out, okay? What is the tangent of 55? Let's go ahead and figure that out. Let's double check, make sure we're still in degrees. Yeah, I'm in degrees. So I just say tangent of 55, it comes out to be about 1.43. So 1.43 X is equal to A, okay? Then over here, I'm going to also solve for X. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 40 plus X. So that these cancel, and I get A is equal to looks like I'm solving for a instead of solving for x, doesn't it? But I'll fix it in a minute. This one then would be x is going to be equal to a divided by 1.43. True? That's what x is equal to? Because I said here I was going to solve for x. All right, so I'm trying to get x by itself, though. So I multiplied both sides by 40 plus x. And so now I just have a on this side. And now I have 40 plus x times tangent of 40. So what is the tangent of 40? Let's figure that out first. Tangent of 40, I'm just doing it 2 decimal places, is 0.84. So it's really 40 plus x times 0.84. Okay? Then I'm just going to distribute this times this. This is actually equal to a also. I just kind of snuck it in. 40 times 0.84 gives me 33.60 plus 0.84 times x gives me 0.84x. All right? And then if I'm trying to solve for x, remember I said I was going to solve for x first, okay? So if I was trying to get x by itself, I would scoot 33.60 over here. So I get 0.84x is equal to a minus 33.60. And then if I'm trying to solve for x here, I divide both sides by 0.84. So I get x is equal to this blob here, okay? Now, it's true that it's that blob, but maybe I would rather it be equal to, well, I'll just leave it that way right now, okay? So I have a minus 33.60 divided by 0.84. Since both of these, this and this, are both equal to x, I'm going to set the things with the a's in them to each other. So I'm going to say a divided by 1.43 is equal to a minus 33.60 divided by 0.84. It doesn't look like that friendly thing, but you could actually just cross multiply and solve. Maybe that would be the easiest thing. We could just cross multiply. So we could say 0.84a, so this times this equal to this times this, equal to 1.43 times a minus 33.60. Remember, the reason we want to know a is because we said the height of our tree is a plus 6. So it looks like we're not that far from solving for it. So I get 0.84a equal to, distribute this. So this will be 1.43a minus, in my calculator I'm going to go 1.43 times let's try that again. I was trying to clear. So I'm going to do it again. 1.43, I'm multiplying this times this, times 33.6. I know it's really negative, but I already know it's going to come out to be negative. So minus 48.05. Remember, when you're trying to solve for a variable, you try to get it by itself. So I'm going to subtract 0.84a from both sides. So that'll give me 0 is equal to 1.43 minus 0.84, and I get 0.59, and then minus 48.05. So what I'm going to do is move this number to, this was supposed to be a. I'm going to move this number to the other side, so I get 48.05 is equal to 0.59a. Remember, I'm trying to solve for a, so I just divide both sides by 0.59. Yes, I know this problem is long. Don't moan, just do it, okay? It'll be fine. Life goes on. This is probably the longest problem on your test. 48.05 divided by 0.59. And we get that a is equal to 81.44. So before you get crazy, remember, we didn't say that, oh, you can't really see this, sorry. We didn't really say that 81a was going to be our answer. Our answer, the height of the tree is going to be a plus 6. So all you have to do is you just add 6 to this. So my answer will be 87.44, and I think it says estimate to the nearest, estimate the height of the tree to the nearest foot, I think is what they say. And so we would say the tree is about 87 feet tall. That would be our final answer.